Hi, this video is created to explain papertrail with a specific focus on the search page. So if we go ahead and log in from the login page with our DWR username and network password, it will bring us to the main menu. And this video is going to discuss the search page, which is the first link under Tools here. We don't need to bother ourselves with any of the other drop downs or links. So let's go ahead and click the search page. And here we're brought to the main document search page. On this page we have a legend up above with the different document types, names, and their colored icon, a filter box, and then down below will be the list of documents. Right now there's no documents listed out because it's a requirement that the specification is selected because of this checkbox in the filter box. But if we uncheck this requirement and say yes, we're sure we don't want to have to specify a specification, then it starts to load all the documents in papertrail, which at the time of this recording is 3,647, which is a lot. So here are all the documents listed out with a very generic description of the document itself, because it needs to be a description that is common amongst all document types. That is, the icon to download the file, the specification, the document type name, the number, if there is a number, and a description if there is a description. As with all the views in the sorting and logs in the search page here, if you ever see a document icon, such as this blue PDF icon, all you have to do to download that icon is give a single left click, and then it will download. Or it may ask you to run or open. Different browsers work different ways. And the very first time you try downloading a PDF from the cloud, it may ask you to re-authenticate and type in your username and password again. But that should only happen once per session. So your second, third, and subsequent downloads won't bother you that way. If you do, log out or close your browser, it may ask you the first time again. All right, so here are some of the filters. Let me talk about the filters next. For instance, if we want to select a specific job or specification, such as 1403 is the one I'm using for an example here, most filters will automatically filter and run whatever filter was entered. That's not true for the document search page. Here you actually have to hit the Run Filter button. So now I'm filtering on all document types for 1403. And like the logs, there's sorting as well. So I'm sorting by the document type. Here's all the CCOs first, followed by construction estimates, and so on. It should be pretty intuitive. Here's the document number. So if I wanted to search ascending, just click the up arrow. If you want to search descending, the down arrow. Emails don't have a document number, so that's why they show up first, but then we should get all of our 1s and then 2s and 3s and so on. All right, if I go ahead and specify a document type, such as MD, and then click the Run Filter button, now we have all the MDs for 1403. So this should be really no different than clicking on the MD log. It opens up a new tab for the MD log and hitting 1403. So this right here should look the same as this right here. The reason that we have a search page is because we don't have to specify a particular spec number. That is, we have the ability on the search page to look at all MDs in papertrail, not just those in 1403. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and click all for the spec, and then remember you got to click this Run Filter button. Now it's running, and there are a total of 88 MDs in all of papertrail. And here they are. This may be important because we want to run some other filters. For instance, we want to know all the MDs in papertrail that were signed in the last quarter of 2015. So I will go ahead and set the date signed from and date signed to filter in the filter box, click Run Filter, and boom, 8. So we just filtered down from 88 to 8. In fact, let me go ahead and sort ascending just so it's easier to see. So that's powerful. Something else, there are different filters for different document types. So if I select the document type all, there are no doc type specific filters. It's just the generic filters we saw when we first opened the page. But when we do select the document type, such as MD, now we have these document type specific filters that are sort of have a gray backlight or a gray background. For instance, change orders have a lot of different doc type specific metadata, contractor letters, serial letters, and so on. Remember, the filter doesn't actually run until run filter is hit. One other thing I wanted to point out, which is true for the log filter, but I didn't mention in that video, is this document text filter, which is really powerful. So if I wanted to search for amongst these 1,345 documents for a document with the word filter in the document itself, then it turns out 864 documents have the word filter, or have the word water, in that document. Not the subject, not the comments, but the inside the actual document. So all the words inside all the documents in papertrail are scanned and are searchable, which is a more powerful search than just a subject line. So let me go ahead and do my example where I'm going to type a much more obscure text, Nelson, on all the documents in all of papertrail, hit run. Remember, there's 3,600 documents in papertrail at the time of this recording. Only 12 contain the word Nelson. It's really a character string. These documents here, all 12 are loaded. And if I download, we'll take this first one, it's contractor letter 1403. It just downloaded to my desktop. I open it up and then I search for Nelson. We should see a name and boom, there's an example. So that's how that works. The document search page has this link to create a document group. I'm going to address that in a different video, but just know that's there as well. And that was the video for the search page.